Hello again, my friends. Welcome back to Blast the Process. I'm Lizdar, your host, and with me I have AlecK47. How you doing?
Hello again. I've been here for a bit during the Sonic block. But this time I'm actually playing a game. This is going to be the glitchless category of Encore mode in Mania. Glitchless is pretty much self-explanatory. The main thing that I'm not going to be doing is the swap glitch, and that's going to mean, among other things, that I'm going to have to play Puyo. I'm not going to be skipping any bosses, etc. But I think it's a really fun category with a lot of cool movement, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. My strats are still evolving, even as recently as earlier today, so we'll see how it goes. I'm ready to get this started if you guys are.
You are absolutely... we're absolutely ready. Go ahead. Good luck.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Thanks for luck, everyone. We start off with a cutscene skip. That is free in the Plus version of the game. You can just press start and get it. It is awesome. I love it. Messed that up a little, but that's fine. So, Angel Island is pretty short, and I missed the capsule. Oh boy. Anyway, you have a choice here between Ray and Mighty, and of course I'm going with Ray because Ray is fast, he flies, and he's good. Bit of a plot. Hello. You're taking the stone. Okay, sure. I guess we have to do something about that. That wasn't a very good momentum on that flight, but whatever. So, now I'm in Green Hill, and Ray flies. A little early there. That's fine. So I'm going to want to switch to Sonic at some point in this stage. Ideally, I'll just kind of jump up here, jump over there, and do it there. I didn't want to stop there, and also Sonic, for whatever reason, did not get switched. So, Sonic, get over here. I want to get the right approach there, because that gives you Tails every time, and Tails is the other character that I want. This run is pretty much the Tails and Ray show. Switch back to Ray. Whoops, I missed. Okay, anyway, not a very good first level, but that happens. So, you can use Sonic just about as easily in Act 2 here. It's just a matter of whether you would rather fly or use speed shoes. Obviously, I'm going to be flying. A little bit of a skip there. And now I fly. There are a couple flights I'm going to be going for in this level. I already messed that one up, but that's not the worst thing. I would have wanted to carry it to this section here, basically. And I went too low on that one. I wanted to fly into that platform with the ring box and roll. That would have been the ideal. And I caught the zipline there, of course. I did not want to do that, ideally, but that's fine. Switching to Tails for a quick, faster capsule hit, and also it allows me to do the strat I want to do in Chemical Plant 1. When you hear the sound effect of the boss falling, that's when you want to do the flight up to the capsule. And free cutscene skip. So many bad memories from the non-plus version gone with that. I love it. And yeah, Ray does control a lot like the cape in SMW. It's not exactly like it, but if you know how to use the cape, it's not totally unintuitive to switch over to playing as Ray. So now I want to make sure I do not hit this switch box there because I want these two characters. Using Tails because his flight here is a little bit faster than Ray's method of getting up there quickly. Quick spin dash to the end. Now I'm going to try to manipulate Ray into getting a hit against this boss. I did not. I wanted him to jump right there, but instead he just kind of walked into the boss. That happens. It's not a 100% reliable manip. I still got a sub 1 minute time though, so that's fine. Nice little flight skip that Tails can do at the start there, though you have to be low enough to make sure that the spider doesn't grab you. I don't really care if I get hit there because you can just spin dash quickly. Tails flying there is a little bit faster, and I got a really good flight there, so that's nice. Otherwise, even Ray has to bounce on the green goo down below. That's unfortunate. Level was going pretty well up until then. And Tails also can get through this part a little bit quicker. And I actually don't want to hit either of those boxes. I wouldn't mind switching to Ray, but hitting the switch box would actually switch me to Sonic, and I don't want to be Sonic. So, I could hit both of those boxes, but eh. And now Puyo. I'm not great at this, so we'll see how it goes. Well, that is a start. You know what? Whatever, I'll take it. Sometimes you just don't question it. Get some blocks, get Eggman messed up a little bit because he does not handle getting messed up well. There we go. Yeah, I'll just do that. I think that might give me a better setup long term. I'm just gonna hope for a yellow at this point. And not get one. There we go. And I messed up where I put the red one. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, I messed that up. That's fine, though. Alright, let's see here. Like I said, I'm not very good at Puyo, and I'm feeling a little bit out of it right now, if I'm being completely honest. So, especially not playing well. There we go. And that's not ideal. And I didn't get the switch there. Okay. Well, that's a little something at least. Working my way down to, you know, useful stuff. Slowly. There we go. Finally getting back to my setup there. Where I really started messing things up. So, Studio 1. Quickest thing to do is get up here, switch to Ray. There's a very precise dive I wanted to do there to kind of go in between those two guys, but it's tough. Oh, and I went above the top of the screen there, so I fell down instead of continuing my flight. It happens. Oh, wow. That sucks. Messed up that jump there, so I'm just going to take this path. And yeah, like Joey Baby's saying, place your bets. The way this boss works is that you can have the blue missile, which is how you get hits on the boss, be in one of the 3 slots here. Here it's second. That's good because you need it to be in one of the first 2 slots here to get the fast transition to the next phase. Now I'm going to need it to be in the first one, so if I get the first missile blue, I will have a good time here. If not, then... Okay, so I have a bad transition here. 2-2. So far, average luck. The legends are 4 1s and 4 3s, of course. I've got both at one point or another. One feels good, the other does not. Alright, let's see. 1. Okay, this is good. So, worst case, I have average overall luck in terms of transition length. That kind of makes up for me derping a little bit in the stage. Two, 2, 1, 2. I'll take it. So, I still got a sub 230 time, which, you know, is not great, but it's kind of a good measuring stick for what you at least want to get. I slowed down a little bit late there, so the signpost bounced a little higher than I want, but that's fine. I don't really go out of my way too much to avoid that happening. Slow flight here, but... This flight is a little bit tricky because you need to get a certain height, and I went a little bit too low there at the end, but that's fine. It's not uncommon for you to get stopped with that flight at some point during it, so I'll take that. Then some little bit of like really small flights here to just get through there faster. Now, if Ray is in that stage where he's just kind of going really slow and like flying kind of backwards almost, he will clip through there pretty consistently. So it's not common for you to get sent back the wrong way. I do not want to hit that switch box again, so hence making sure I flew over it. Press right a little bit after coming out of there, you get knocked down there instead of hitting that spring, so I can spin dash and get a couple loop jumps to the end. Switch to tails for the boss. Getting hit there happens. Alright. Not awful. Would have liked a sub 130, but that's still fine. Now, Flying Battery 1 has a pretty significant skip under the stage as Ray. There's only one problem. There's an invisible wall in the way there, too, so I'm not going to be doing that for that reason. if there weren't the invisible wall, I would say, hey, it's just level design. You can fly under the stage there. There's nothing stopping you. But there is something stopping you. Are you kidding me? Of course, Ray can fly past it, but I'm definitely considering that a glitch. So I won't be doing it. Press F to pay respects for the skip that I will not be going for. At this point, I have a couple different route choices, and we'll see which one I end up going for. I actually play it by ear. I prefer the top route because it's more consistent, but I will only go that way if I do not lose my electrical shield here. And I'm going to try not to lose it. I'm a little bit slow here, so I'm not sure. Okay, I did lose it, so... Really? Flight. I did not get the flight I wanted there. Alright, so down here, I'm going to kind of carefully fly above those and go down here to get another lightning shield. And I actually messed up. I forgot that zipper was there. I don't usually go this way because I usually am able to keep my shield. So that wasn't very good, but whatever. Probably would have been better to just go the way I'm used to in the end. You may get to see some of Ray's rung-to-rung movement in this stage. It depends on when I'm able to switch. I don't switch at the start because the game forces a delay on you, and it's going to depend on when Ray ends up kind of being near Tails. If he jumps back now, which he didn't, you would have got to see a little bit of it, probably. Or you wouldn't, actually, because in this one there's only one the things. Anyway, now that I'm past there and done messing that up, I will be going for this skip. Why? Because same logic as the other skip, except because there's no invisible wall in this one, I don't consider it a glitch. You just have to go fast enough to get past this wind, which is not as tricky. So that's a nice 30-second skip or so I got it. If I missed it, Ray would have been dead. I would have had to start the level over, not the entire level, but back at the last signpost as Tails. So what I'm going for, obviously, is 3 hits per phase here, and it's easy to do with Tails. Didn't mess it up, fortunately. Press Garden 1 is another one of those stages where Ray and Tails are actually pretty close in how long it takes them to get through the stage. I'm going to be playing it as Tails just because he has some flights in different places and is a little bit faster, I think. At least I'm better at the stage with Tails, so you get to see a little bit more of the fox in action. Of course, it'll be back to the flying squirrel for the next stage, which, if I had lost Ray, I would have completed that stage as Tails and picked up Ray, ideally, along the way. Tails' flight, making that cycle a little bit less relevant. And this is one of those little parts where Ray, he can just kind of fly right through that first gap really easily. It's also easier to get not shunted down like that as Ray. I was just a little bit too far left as Tails, so I got shunted down instead of where I wanted to be, directly up into the next area. And here's Tails' other flight section. I'm going to land here, partway through it. I didn't get a good flight there. If I'd known I was going to get such a bad flight, I would have sandbagged it a little bit more and landed on that platform. Ray isn't coming back quickly, so I'm not going to bother switching to him for a slightly faster method at the end, because it would basically work out the same, or close enough, so I don't think it's worth bothering if he's not right there to switch to. I will, however, switch to him at the start of this boss fight, because I do want to play as him in the next stage. Almost a great boss fight. Still pretty okay. There's a little minor optimization that you can do if you carry a flight here as Ray, and then you can kind of get him to go to the next, like, kind of skip that walk animation a little bit. But I've never really got it to work with anything resembling consistency. Also, yes, I am taking the top route in this stage. Ah, I didn't want to fly that way. Alright. Here's the big flight. If you get hit there, that's fine. Alright, so I completely beefed that. Ray can actually get through this section super smoothly. A good, probably 5 seconds faster than I did there. Also, I broke that sooner than I wanted to, so I'll just hit this spring down here. That was sloppy. Now, let's see what boxes I get there. Flame Shield first. That is fine. I ideally want to keep it for the boss here. And I just got sniped by that guy. I saw it coming and I was dropping my flight, but I didn't quite get down low enough, fast enough. And then I messed up that flight. I wanted to land in that little notch there. That means you don't have to wait for the shurikens. So I'm doing this heavy shinobi fight without the flame shield, which is not ideal, but if I'm good, it shouldn't matter. Make sure I get that ring. I waited a little bit there to try to get a better cycle on these starfish, the Staryus, but that didn't quite work out. Alright. Subpar stage, subpar boss, but that happens. So now I'm starting off this next level as Ray. It doesn't really matter which one I start off as, or even which one I play as. Tails and Ray, each is a little bit faster in different parts. So Tails can do quite a bit of flight up against ceilings, including right here. If he had shown back up nicely, I would have actually switched to him for that section, because going through it conservatively like that, like I did there as Ray, is obviously not very fast. And I didn't get the mini flight up here either. And that part is about the same. Oh wow, that was really sloppy. So I wanted to fly right over to that thing, and I didn't. Could have switched to Tails to hit that one a little bit sooner, but whatever. I also probably could have gotten it with the Ray Flight, but I felt like I was a little bit close to get it reliably. Yet another stage that's about the same with both characters. Stardust Speedway 2 is a pretty quick, fun level. Jump over that guy. You can go the low route, which is a little bit faster if you do it right, but it's tricky. And you can also skip this rocket with a flight, but that is also tricky. So, since I'm not very good at those strats, I'm not doing them. Jump here. Jump there. And now I'm back on the path that I want to be. There's another path that gets you there quicker in the Mania mode, but they changed it in Encore in the level layout, so I take that other path instead. Solid execution. Oh, hi. Didn't we just see you earlier in Sonic CD? Love Ray's little dance there. I didn't get the flight started as early as I wanted to. See if I can build up a little more speed. A little more, but not much. That's okay, because coming up here in a sec is this guy. Alright. Get in the hole! Yay, he got in the hole. Nice and quick. I'm actually going to switch to Tails, because he can cheese the final boss here, and this final boss is otherwise pretty dangerous if you're not able to do that strat. Quick little loop jump there to make sure the boss doesn't get off an attack. Whoops. That bounced down, but that's okay. Trying to manipulate my flight to get Ray to get all those hits pretty quickly, and that went well. Ideally, you'll get a little bit more height in that swim and get right up in there, but that doesn't always happen. So I'm going this route because it's just faster for both these characters. Tails loses a little bit of time on Ray at this point, but not a whole lot. Let's see, where do I think it's going to be? I think I want to go, yeah, I was just a little bit slow there. I would have wanted to slow down a bit more. I don't know why I got that bubble. I didn't need to. There is no convenient bubble shield for this next part. You just saw me go under it, and I didn't want to waste the time to get it, so I'm going to be picking up, somewhere along here, a bubble. Usually right here. Okay, so I was not going to try to skip in before this cycle. I would have got crushed, and that would not have been good. Bye-bye, Ray. Now, I don't want to drop down super fast there because there's that question mark block that, again, I do not want to hit. I can start the next level as either Tails or Ray. I don't really care. I didn't want to hit that bubble, but I did want to jump over that question mark box. Because again, this is the Tails and Ray show. I'm only going to be using Sonic once more in this run. Ray saved from drowning by despawning. Switch to Ray. to finish it off because I want to play as him in the next level. Everybody should love Mania. I wholeheartedly agree. So Tails can actually get up this starting section a little bit faster, though Ray can still make the good cycle easily. But where Ray saves time is right here. I bonked there, unfortunately. Ideally, I would have kept it through there and not even had to drop down and spin dash. Fly over there, hit a path switcher, lets me skip a little section. Tails does it almost as fast as Ray, so if you don't have Ray here, it's not the worst. Now right here, I want to not hit that switch box. So you saw me being extra careful. Again, hitting a path switcher. There's another way you can do that. Involves getting speed shoes and just kind of clipping through one of those things, but I find it less reliable. So I do that method even though it's a couple seconds slower. Now there's a way you can get extra hits on this boss, and I suck at it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait for Tails to drown, basically, to get another chance at it. Still don't know even exactly how to do it. If there's like any screenshots about that, that's gonna be one of the things I'm going to want to check out. Still, good luck. So that went pretty well. Fun little thing, if you hold right here, they kind of walk right, and then they end up getting to the line quicker there. I'm starting off as Ray here, which is fine. Whoops. I'm going to get up here, skip that question mark block, and then I am going to want to switch to Tails. Right here. Tails, get back here. There we go. This Tails in vertical stages is good. Especially when you can do little tricks like that. Whoops. Oh, nice. I missed the jump, but the cycle there was friendly. I probably could have kept flying there and that would have been faster, but I want to fly up here and hit that guy. So, Tails gets through those sections pretty quickly. Ray has a slight advantage there, but not much of one. Tails can still get over to that spring quickly. Spin dash, hold right, and if all goes well, I land up there. I don't want to spin dash too fast there, because otherwise, in that loop where you saw the enemy, rollerball enemy going past me, I would have hit it, and obviously I don't want to get slowed down there. Ray, get over here. Ray, come on. Usually it does not take that long for Ray to catch up. Didn't quite get past that guy. It happens. Spin dash from down here. Didn't get the frame perfect jump there, but I can get over to that a little bit quicker as Ray with a little bit of flight. Holding right there consistently gives you a good height for that. Almost had it. It's easy to get stopped there. It's not a great stage, but not an awful one. I want to be Ray again, so I'm going to fight this boss as Ray. Obviously, this is one of the bosses you could skip if you were doing glitches. Nice, I got the 2 hits. I always try for the initial 2 hits on that one because that's the hardest phase to get 2 hits. But now I'm going to try to do a little cycle manipulation and intentionally not get the double hits there, and then get a double hit. Get a single. Nice. Good boss fight. Oh crap, I didn't want to hit that. Switch to Tails. Tails still is good in this level, so that's not the end of the world. That's why you want to be practiced with the different characters in a run like this. I wanted to still be Ray, but I want to be Tails for the next level, so this is okay. I could have risked hitting that question mark box there, but it could have just easily given me Ray Sonic, which I also didn't want. And I actually would want less. Ah. Wow. That was bad. I barely got the 1 cycle there. So I'm trying to think of where the next good switch box is. Tails flying up here at the start is fast, and is also good in the level as a whole. Skipping that cutscene also makes it stay this foggy the whole time, or this hazy the whole time. Jumped a little high there, so I bonked. I think there's one down here. No, that's a flame shield. And I get my flame shield later. I'm pretty sure. Yep, alright. Wait for Sonic. Man. Rip speed shoes. Whoops. Well, alright, I guess that cycles back to normal. And I'll just finish this level off as Ray. Even though I normally would have gotten to the boss's tails. But I would have switched to Ray at this point. Again, there is a boss skip that I am not doing. Okay, that wasn't bad. I wanted to get up to that first, that rock at the end there, ideally, but that's fine. It's one of a couple springs you can hit by spin dashing right next to it. I do want to switch to Tails, so I'm going to do that right here. I wasn't expecting that to be where it was. Tails can fly here, and that makes it really easy to make that cycle. Slow down here a little bit. Get that fire shield. Yeah. I do want to go up here because they're speed shoes. I could have gotten crushed there, so I stopped trying to kind of clip in there after a bit. Not clip, but like get on top of that thing. It wouldn't have been a glitch. I just would have had to fly higher faster. And that guy stopped me. That happens sometimes. And I lost my fire shield. It's gonna make the boss slightly more annoying. I definitely did not want Ray facing right there. And I got stopped. Only two, that's fine. Okay, Ray got me a ring, that's good. I didn't need it, but it does make things safer. There we go, got the 2 cycle. So, for this level, Tails is less likely to get crushed there because he's shorter and he can do this flight here. Okay, I'm slowing down a little bit there to make sure I didn't get crushed. Usually when you get right up against that thing and then jump into the flames, it knocks you right, but that time it didn't. Has to do with the way the flames kind of wave around. It's weird. Ray gets through this level, this area pretty quickly. And the reason I'm going this way... I didn't want to get stopped there, but okay. So now I'll hit that, switch to Tails, collect this fire shield, go over here, hit the switch box to become Sonic. Pretty much entirely for this boss fight, so hopefully I don't do what I usually do and just lose the fire shield right away. Once I lose the shield, switch to Ray because I want to finish as Ray anyway. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. I messed up that flight there, unfortunately. And then I messed up the recovery. You know what? At this point, it's about the same. Messed it up again. Ideally, you get up to here, and then I can do this. Didn't have very good speed for that flight, but oh well. Still not a bad cycle to be on, even if that start of the level could have been better. A little bit of sloppiness there, but that's okay. So I still hit this cycle here, and that's what matters at that point. This is anime. Oh, Ray got the hit. I could have let Sonic get crushed there. But that's only in hindsight. I didn't know which one of those Robotnik was going to be in. So I'm either going to get a safe Sonic only getting crushed here, like that, or I would hit a switch box at the beginning of the next level. That's it for Sonic, everyone. Press F. A little bit slow at the start there. Should still be able to make the cycle I want to, but we'll see. Yep, good. A little bit of optimization there. Getting through there. Oh, come on. There we go. At least I didn't fall down at the end there. Switch to Tails because I'm going to finish out the run with him. Whoops, I didn't want to fly there. I was able to manipulate Ray a little bit there. The Shrink Ray, or the Nano Ray. I like that. Get a little bit of a slope jump there. And Tails' flight lets you get through this faster. It was about as high as you can be to still get the good section there. This is all going well so far. A little bit weird in that section, but those tend to be weird. And I've never made that cycle that you heard right as I was getting the lightning shield. So that was still pretty good. Ideally, I want to keep this lightning shield to the end of the stage, too. At least to the boss, anyway. Nice, got through there smooth. I'm gonna fall down here. And then I'm gonna let this lightning carry me pretty much all the way up. Nice and easy. Unfortunately, in Mania mode, there's an invincibility box, but not an encore, so I wouldn't be able to carry invincibility to this boss and just destroy this first phase. But it still went down pretty quickly, so, you know, whatever. Ray messed me up a little bit there. But, you know, improvisation. That worked out well. Being Tails there also means you don't really have to worry too much about whether Red Eye or Crimson Eye here goes either up or down. One last cutscene skip. safety character. Oh, it's Sonic. He's back. Okay. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do there. Brain fart. I'm going this way first because it's the one where having Tails saves the most time. That was a bad first flight, which led to me not having the cycles the way I wanted to there, so I just ended up flying through it all. That is not normally the optimal way. I don't know why I jumped there. Good. This is the other section where Tails is good to have, but it's less important. I could have risked it, but no. Like as not, I would have got crushed there, and that wouldn't have been good. That was almost pretty good. Go. Oops. Hate that. So, what I wanted to do, jump! There. And it is very much intentional that I leave this one to last, because this is the path with the lightning shield. And the last boss is much easier to fight with the lightning shield, especially as any of the glitched Encore runners here can tell you, because this section is entirely skipped in the glitched run. Don't want to do a perfect flight there, because otherwise you just go way too high. Come on, hit the spring. There we go. Alright, get in there. That was not a good TM2, but it happens. Final boss time. Time is on the final hit. I'll give you a cue on that. Should be 4 phases of hits against the guy, with 1 phase against the heavy gunner in between. Got my 5 hits there. That's good. That's what I want. Getting hit there is fine, as long as I got my hits there, which I did. I would have liked to have kept the lightning shield, but they're strats. Hit a few of those. Makes that cycle a little bit faster. Just let Robotnik drop down on you there. Alright, time is coming up. One more jump. Time now. I had one more hit to go than I thought. Anyway.
Congratulations, dude. Heck of a run here, man.
Thanks. Yeah, it went pretty well, honestly. I'll definitely take it for a marathon run. My worst mistakes were just like beefing the start of Metallic Madness 1, which is tricky to do as Ray. And like messing up my character order that once, but I fixed it pretty quickly, so that was good. I'll definitely take it. What was my time?
59:11.
Nice. I was hoping I'd get a sub hour, and I did, so definitely happy with that.
Absolutely.
I'll just get a little bit back on schedule.
Absolutely, man. I would like to thank you for helping out with commentary for Sonic 1, 2, and 3, as well as your run here, man. You really bring the Sonic block together, and I can't thank you enough for that, man.
Thanks, man. I love running Sonic games, with a few exceptions, so...
But they are very, very fun. But we do have one more Sonic game coming up.
Indeed.
Keto Fox is going to be running, Sonic Roller Blast 2. Alright, and stick around, everybody. We will be doing another small intermission here with some music. And stick around, we'll be right back.